Well, like I said, being within Hex already is Richard Hart, of course. You know, like I said, his demeanor. I think I'm a good judge of character and good judge of people, and he had that same vibe. Like I just saw him, I heard him, and I'm just, you know, I'm amazed of what he's saying, of how simple it is, but how it's being distorted of what cryptocurrency is and how he breaks it down. He debated a lot of people who are in the space already, which he came up with, and basically wrecked them. I mean, I was
Bring your heroes here to die.
That's it, man. One by one, they just fell, and I'm like, all right. So are these people are either misguided, they don't understand what crypto really is, and when he was talking about Hex, a lot of people were just discounting, you know, what he was able to do, and I'm like, Bitcoin and Ethereum may not be the only two cryptocurrencies that will be, you know, in control of users' hands and won't have a third party. There will be other protocols that will be created in the future. And I'm just like, people think technology is done. I'm like, if that was the case, I felt like a person who invested in Elon Musk. He had PayPal, he branched off, he went to another company, he made those people who invested in him millionaires. He went back to those people to help him fund the next venture and the next venture. And I think that's what he's creating, a community of people who he helps, you know, become financially sovereign. And then at the same time to pay him back, it's like a give and take. You give these people something and they respect you for it. And they also want to see you win. So if you have anything else, you have, you know, you have the mind, you understand the space. If you have something that requires dollars, we're just going to contribute. And it's like a circle. You know what I'm saying? He creates, we reap some benefits, and then we try to push it out to other individuals and spread the message. So that's what actually got me with him. So like I said, he made me retire from Hex. I said, I got to invest in PulseChain, PulseX, because this man is doing something that other people aren't. He's warning individuals about what crypto isn't. Some people aren't listening. He's being blackballed and, you know, taken out from major spaces. It didn't make sense. It's kind of like what's going on in the world today. The people who are speaking the truth are being blackballed, and the people who are lying, they just let them lie or not tell the truth. Let's just say that. So but hey, if you can disseminate all of that, you know, you can see individuals and products that do what they say they're supposed to do. I think it's an easy thing to invest in, what Richard Hart is doing. You know, I just hope he gets back to that calm speaking guy that, you know, we all know and love. You know, I know he's doing this thing, but hey, we all are at some point. But like Scott just said, that was the guy that got him in. I don't know how many people he's pushed away by doing what he's done. You know,
I have some theories on that.
Go for
it. You want to hear it?
Let's go.
I could be. Tell me how off I am on this, but I think it's two or threefold. Mm-hmm. I think first, of course, he's doing it to attract lots of attention. Or did it? He's really calmed down significantly, and I have a theory on that. But of course, he did it to attract lots and lots of attention and get lots of young eyes that don't have a lot of money, but that care about that sort of thing to come in.
Yep.
A. B, and this one might even be more significant. I think, that's all. You know, he could obviously smell the bear, obviously. And so he probably thought, now might be, if I'm ever going to do it, or if we're ever going to get a lot of the paper hands out, a lot of the bad actors out, a lot of those with bad intentions or ill intentions, or who don't care, who don't love the product and just want to dump on everybody's heads. If we ever want to get them out, now's really the only time to do it. And so I think maybe, and I could be way off, but I think that had a lot to do with why he acted the way that he did throughout most of 2022 and why he was so absurd, which I could be completely wrong. But if he did that purposefully, you know, it's a stroke of genius if he did that purposely, because that really worked. I mean, you can look on the chain. Dudes are just dropping hundreds of millions of Hex at the bottom, and then they'll tweet about it and be like, "Yeah, look what I did." It's like, man, his technique, if that's what it is is working beautifully. You know,
The greatest experiment of delayed gratification in the world.
word.
Could have been.
To echo what you're saying, Scott, I also felt the same way because, again, he announced PulseChain would launch about 22 months ago. Now, over the time, you know what I'm saying,
Wow.
people have been selling, like you said, millions and millions of Hex. Everything is on chain with Hex. So he can see the big wallets. We can all see them. Once you see them start selling, there's no real need. Wait for them to empty out their bag.
Yeah.
And then if the ones that are holding, those are the ones that really believe. And you're not going to get everyone out. But if you get the majority of those guys out, now it's nothing but high upside.
That's right. The next cycle is going to be way less volatile.
Yes. Yep.
With that, by getting all of those big holders out who don't love it the way that most of us do.
Yep.
And I think that was brilliant if that's what he was doing. And a lot of me thinks that was a big part of it. That's why I was like, it's a 2 or 3 pronged attack. And that was that was an important prong, I think.
Well, it didn't come without risks. Yeah, you know,
true.
If you've seen the FUD, you've seen the SEC, you've seen the number of haters have went up as well. So I think there's been if that's true, for example, we speculate it could be, then he's playing 4D chess. He's making these moves. He's looking at the trade-offs. He's looking at the pros and cons. And maybe that's what he was thinking.
Now check this out. Here's where the plot thickens.
Uh-oh.
It can. What's the best way to say this? The squeakiest tire, as we know, this common adage, is the one that gets the attention. Now, we don't think about how well the other 3 tires are working. That 4th tire is the one that's like, stop. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't have to put a lot of effort into it, if it just stops and everything's smooth again, it is astounding how we as humans almost instantly just forget about it and forgive it. By the time we get to wherever we're driving to, it's out of our minds. It's gone. We just, we go into, Kroger and buy a sandwich or whatever it is that we're there to do. And I think, and that it's the same type of situation that happens with public figures. Maybe that's the wrong way to put it. I've noticed that people are willing to forgive people, maybe not these last couple of years due to the whole cancel thing, but people, man, I don't know how to put this in words. I'll stick with the squeaky tire analogy. I think that as soon as his tune changes, and I think it will change because I don't think this is his natural tune, and it kind of has changed already. As soon as he starts being public again and going on spaces and giving interviews and things of this nature, where his aggressive nature and slightly disrespectful nature is pushed off to the side, and he presents himself very articulately, which he can do, and in a very calm, confident, and charming manner, which are all elements of his character. Mm-hmm. I think very quickly people will forget about and forgive the chaos of his personality in 2022, or calculated chaos. I think it's all calculated, but I think people will very quickly forgive that and forget about it. And after he's gone on a big space 2 times or maybe 3 times, whenever he starts talking, people already stop talking and they listen, but they're always thinking, what's going to happen? Is he going to say something crazy? I think they'll go right back into listening to what he's saying intellectually, like, those are great ideas. Those are great points. That's what I think will happen. I think we'll quickly forget about the squeaking wheel, and he'll start drawing in those who are genuinely interested again. That was a long way to say that, but that's what I think about that. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, you've already seen him the last couple of weeks go into dev outrage marketing, where he just says a whole bunch of technical stuff and shows some screenshots, and then he gives me a bunch of material to go on stream and talk about it and dev-splain to everyone about it. So he's been evolving. It's been interesting the last couple of weeks because he did, at the Hex conference, he was like, I don't know about any of this stuff. And all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to provide you dev status updates now. So that's nothing but bullish to me. Like there's no way that he provides, like he's changed like this. And then we're like another, 2 years for PulseChain. Like that does not calculate into anything. So for me, bullish on the timeline as far as his dev updates go. And he released, we'll talk about a little bit later about the one he released today, but I was like, whoa, that's a great update. Oh, the code is done. And like I said, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but it's pretty good. And I just want to say another thing about Richard that I think kind of goes under the radar, that he really does want to create more people like him, that share the same values. That's the whole thing about the community, the whole thing about gathering people who, can participate and be comfortable with delayed gratification. He talks about a lot. Well, actually, he doesn't talk about enough, actually. When people say, oh, he's greedy, or, why does he act this way? One of the things that always stuck with me that he talked about is, if you're broke, you can't help other people.
That's right.
So he wants to help you not be broke. He wants
right.
to give you the tools to not be broke. And what you do with the tools, that's your own thing. You can use the tools to keep being broke. You can use the tools to not be broke. But he wants to say, hey, here's a chance. Here's an opportunity. Here's a fair way of doing it. And if that's in your blood, if that's what you want to do, if that's part of your mission, then you can do it. And but that's the whole thing. People are like, oh, why is it crypto? All you crypto guys are so greedy. It's like, I can't help you if I'm broke.
Yeah,
I need to have money so I can help you, and stuff like that. So
he genuinely cares.
Yeah,
truly, he does. You can see it.
Is that maybe that I want to ask too? What is the most misunderstood thing about Richard? And we'll come off Richard here in a second, but while we're here, is it that? I mean, that's, to me, that's what it is. It's like, why does he want to do all this stuff? He wants glory. He wants to be one of the greatest people in the world. He wants to do medical research afterwards, but he wants to help you, people who have the same values, achieve great stuff too by, getting rich, figure out what you want to do, probably a lot of the same cool stuff. Yeah. Let's start with Corey. Like, what do you think is most misunderstood, that or other areas?
Misunderstood. I think he says what he wants to do, which is he wants to make a change, a difference in the world. And he wants to make a change in this new emerging space which is cryptocurrency. I think it's no different than what Elon Musk wants to do, and Bill Gates and these guys. I think they have that mindset to change the world in some aspect, whatever niche they're in. And he's been in business. He's been in crypto for over 11 years. I think that's saying something. And to make a change in this space right now, where you have trustless protocols interacting between, peer-to-peer, between individuals on no matter what scale. Like I said, I can't wait till they create a protocol to exchange buyers and sellers of homes and products. Once we get to that level, whoever creates those, those dApps or apps or protocols, they're going to be known. And, in history, we're not going to, remember their names, just like the people that create phones and all the data within there and who did that. But I think that the people who create that makes it an everyday use is going to revolutionize the world in a way that, the computer has. And it's just going to be different. And I think he wants to be a part of that. I think he wants to be at the forefront of the thing, which is money, which is right now something that everyone is, the interest rate and all of this stuff that's going on. I think we really need a fix for money. And I think he's working on that to a degree, with Hex and this new platform, PulseChain. And I think that's what he's trying to do, basically.
Yeah, fix the money, fix the world. That's definitely comes to mind when you say that. How about you, Scott?
Yeah, I think people forget about the fact that the man cares. He genuinely cares. You can hear it in his voice when he talks genuinely and he's not doing his thing. When you see the real Richard.
Yeah.
I don't think the real Richard is a clown. I think the real Richard is a genuine, caring dude. Smart dude, super smart dude, likes to have fun, but the man cares. The man wants to help. I truly believe that. You can discern that quite easily, really quickly, if you just listen to him. Yeah. Even when he's doing his antics or was doing his antics, even in that, not the things that he says, he wouldn't say all those things if he didn't truly want to help. But I think people forget that quite easily.
He wouldn't be here. Go ahead. I was just saying he wouldn't be here now.
That's right.
That's saying something in itself.
He doesn't have to be here. He doesn't have to. I think when I think of Richard, he's talked about it before. He said stuff like, I work as hard as I can. I wake up, I work as hard as I can every day, and I go to sleep. And I do the same thing all the time. I can't imagine his routine has changed when it's in the last 22 months for PulseChain, because that seems to be the flow of things. It seems to be, he's not a dev, he's not writing code, but he's managing all the other stuff. We would like to think so. He doesn't have to do that. He could be on a yacht. He could be anywhere he wants in the world. He's, rumored to be a billionaire. Pretty sure he is. So he doesn't have to be here answering questions, from plebs, like the common phrase. Like, he doesn't have to be here helping all of us to believe in it. He doesn't have to do anything, but he cares. That is a great way to put it, Scott. He cares, and he wants to be, I think he wants to be one of the greatest people in the world. And to do that, it takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot out of you. Yeah. He wants it. So,
he does want that. Yes.
Yeah. And it seems that the people that want to do the best for the world are hated on the most too. So that's right. Too.
Great point.
Yeah, no
point. They always are. They're